100 Bitcoin is a great level, it's a kind of a dream level to get to. And I think that means pretty much your financial future is guaranteed for the rest of your life and for your children's life. It's enough for you and your progeny to go on. So that's the way I see the financial stuff. I see it's very simple. You just invest in Bitcoin. You don't time it. You don't go in and out. You can look at it. You just hold your Bitcoin. Now, if you want to hold an ETF, hold an ETF. If you want to hold your Bitcoin in cold storage, hold your Bitcoin in cold storage. Both are fine, right? If you're just starting out, use a mobile wallet. Just if you don't have very much Bitcoin, you can hold it in a mobile wallet.
According to Fred Krueger, Bitcoin is the only cryptocurrency that really matters for long-term savings. He emphasizes that Bitcoin is the safest and best choice if you want to hold onto your money for longer than a year. Bitcoin is considered perfect money because it has a track record of success, unparalleled security, and an inherent scarcity that ensures appreciation over time, in contrast to other digital assets that are frequently beset by volatility and speculative risk. Since alternative cryptocurrencies like Ethereum and Cardano carry far higher risks than Bitcoin, Krueger strongly discourages diversifying into them. According to Krueger, Bitcoin is and always will be the gold standard for financial stability, even though some people may dabble with assets like Solana. Please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and enable post notifications before we delve further. Thank you and enjoy the video.
I think for long-term savings, there's only one coin that you really ever need to buy. It is the store of value. If you're going to put your money away in something for over a year, make it Bitcoin. Do not go into Cardano. Do not go into Ethereum. You may play around a little bit in Solana, but I would say really you have something that's perfect money, which is Bitcoin, which is going to do fantastic over a long period of time. Just guaranteed to do absolutely fantastic. Everything else is kind of risky. And so you have this sort of spectrum, right? On one hand, you have Bitcoin, which is perfect money, which is fantastic. And that should be how you measure your success in life, right? So, British Hodl, one of my fellow Bitcoiners always says, you just got to get to one Bitcoin. That's your goal, right? So I think if you're young, when I was in college, I was completely broke. In grad school, I was completely broke, and I couldn't possibly imagine having $100,000 in cash, which is one Bitcoin today. So I get it when people are like, "Well, I cannot have one Bitcoin. It's crazy money," but that should be an objective for you to get to that one Bitcoin level. And there's under 1 million people on this planet who have one Bitcoin. So I would say that's really your goalpost, is to get to one Bitcoin. Once you got one Bitcoin, you've got some success in life. You exit a company, you're part of some startup, you're in a high position, paying position. You can try to get to 10 Bitcoin, right? And that's sort of that's sort of the next kind of level, right? You're going to have to be a little bit more lucky. You have to make the right moves. That's 100 Bitcoin. The next, probably the final level you would ever get to, if you're ever lucky, is 1,000 Bitcoin. I'm just a little bit below that right now. But it's sort of like 100 Bitcoin is a great level. It's a kind of a dream level to get to, and I think that means pretty much your financial future is guaranteed for the rest of your life. And for your children's life. It's enough for you and your progeny to go on. So that's the way I see the financial stuff. I see it's very simple. You just invest in Bitcoin. You don't time it. You don't go in and out. You can look at it. Right now, Bitcoin's just not very interesting. It's not doing anything. And that's Bitcoin. But part of being a Bitcoiner is you don't trade your Bitcoin. You don't sell your Bitcoin. You don't buy your Bitcoin. You don't get too caught up in like options on Bitcoin or MicroStrategy or options on MicroStrategy or any of these things. You just hold your Bitcoin. Now, if you want to hold an ETF, hold an ETF. If you want to hold your Bitcoin in cold storage, hold your Bitcoin in cold storage. Both are fine, right? If you're just starting out, use a mobile wallet. Just if you don't have very much Bitcoin, you can hold it in a mobile wallet. By the way, you can hold your Bitcoin in Phantom Wallet on Solana. It's a decent Bitcoin wallet if you want. There's better ones. So that's Bitcoin. At the other extreme, right? At the other extreme, we have meme coins. Okay? Now, meme coins are not investments. Now, what I say by that is, if you put your money in a meme coin and you go to sleep for a year and you wake up, you will not have any more money. Most probably, right? Most probably, you wait a year, your meme coin goes to zero. Okay, but that's okay. That's part of what meme coins are.
According to Fred Krueger, meme coins are not so much an investment as they are a game. According to him, they are like a zero-sum game in which early traders make money by riding the excitement, while others lose money when the inevitable sell-off occurs. Everyone is aware of the hazards when they enter the market because it is governed by explicit regulations. According to Krueger, it's advisable to treat meme coins as entertainment rather than as a significant long-term investment if you decide to join. He admits that some traders like the rush of short-term speculation, but he does not advise owning meme coins for the long term. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay updated on our latest videos. We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Now let's dive back into the interview.
The way I look at meme coins, I just want to give you my perspective on them, right? So the way I look at it is, it's a game, right? So it's a game, and you come into this game, and the game starts when somebody, somewhere, right, starts one of these coins, right? So they're going to start this coin off. They're going to throw a little Solana into it right at the beginning. Usually it's somewhere between 1 Solana and, 20 Solana, right? And what you will see is that the price that you get your Solana goes from the very beginning to the end, right? That price curve, you sort of think, well, that price curve seems like it goes up a lot, right? And you're looking at the market cap and it goes up quite a bit from the beginning, but in terms of price, it's not actually going up that much. Not actually even doubling from the very beginning to the end. It's going up about 60%. And then we have this very sort of bizarre bonding phenomena, right? Where the price just, once it migrates to Radium, it will go up by 10x, right? So we're kind of around $80,000 in price, and we're around $20,000 in price, and then we go to basically about 100 grand, right? And so it takes 83 SOL to get to bonded, right? And so we're going to go up 5x, excuse me. So there's a lot of people have an incentive now to dump, but then after that, other people they can play that the coin's going to go up from there because the dumping is done. So this is part of the game, and everybody can play the game. And, in many cases, the game ends in one day. The game ends in one day. And, you could go to Pigcoin, and Pigcoin might be dead or not, right? People could sell Pigcoin, and Pigcoin comes back the next day and it's big, right? And then if you look at some of these coins that have done pretty well, look at Pump.fun, and you look at some of there are some coins that have some legs, right? And, Peanut the Squirrel, right? That coin still has $500 million market cap. Fart Coin has $500 million market cap still. And both of those coins were billion-dollar coins, right? Now, should you buy Fartcoin? I think Fartcoin is going to be a pretty bad investment ultimately. So I kind of am interested in these things at the beginning of their lives, sort of like an early stage investor. I find that they're kind of more interesting. They're more interesting for trading. Look, I just think that they're fun. It's fun. It's a game, right? It's a little bit of a zero-sum game. So if I win, you lose, or if you win, I lose. But the rules are pretty clear, right? Everybody has the rules. We're playing the exact same board. Nobody has any sort of hidden advantages. You can try to rug me. I can try to rug you. Doesn't matter. I say Pigcoin. You go buy Pigcoin. You could sell Pigcoin. You say, Fred, you need to lock up your Pigcoin. Well, what about you? Are you locking up your Pigcoin?
According to Fred Krueger, meme coins are a game in which players join in order to profit on hype and transient price fluctuations. He explains how a meme coin is launched, which involves someone making a coin with a starting value, frequently using a tiny quantity of Solana. The coin's price rises when it begins to attract attention, although often just by a little amount, typically around 60%. However, the price can soar, often increasing by 10 times once the coin travels to platforms like Radium. As a result, early traders may be able to sell for a profit, but others may still hold out hope for future price gains. According to Krueger, this is a zero-sum game in which the success of one player comes at the expense of the failure of another. He emphasizes that it's about taking measured risks and that the game's rules are obvious to all players. Although he admits that some meme coins, such as F-Coin, can sustain high market capitalization for a time, he does not think they are wise long-term investments. Rather, Krueger views meme coins as transient speculative opportunities that are enjoyable to trade but not suitable for long-term holding. Krueger concludes by advising anyone involved in the meme coin space to consider it a kind of amusement rather than a legitimate financial strategy. He admits that trading these currencies can be enjoyable and that they can have short-term promise, but he doesn't think any of them have long-term value. In the end, he likens it to a lottery ticket where participants aim to purchase the next big coin before it becomes popular. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and enable notifications for more valuable content, and as always, happy investing.